Yo, you're here with AZIZI Gibson from Prehistoric. I'm here with Sarah Harrison, the lady in the trap. Let's do it.
This is the Sarah Harrison Show. You heard it here first, you dig? The lady in the trap, you already know she bring the heat first to the UK. Let's get it.
It's what it is.
Bang Radio, I'm really excited today because I have a really interesting guest who I actually came across his music quite late into his career, which I'm really mad about because normally I'm up on stuff really early, but I had to kind of go down the archives of music and listen in chronological order. So without further ado, I have AZIZI Gibson on the phone. I hope I said it right.
Yeah, you did. You did a wonderful job. Not many people say it correctly the first time. But yo, thanks for having me. What's going on?
I'm good, man. Is this officially your first interview out here in the UK?
I believe so. I've only done one radio interview, and it was somewhere in New Zealand.
Oh wow! See?
Yeah.
Music spreads everywhere.
So this is my first.
That's dope. That's dope. Well, I'm really happy to have you here on the Sarah Harrison Show. Now, this AZIZI Gibson, is that actually your government name?
Yeah, it is.
Nice.
Yeah, I just go by my real name.
Where's that actually from, though? Because I believe that you've traveled around quite a bit, right, in your early childhood and stuff.
Yeah, I was raised all over the place, from Zaire, Thailand, to Singapore. I didn't move to America till I was about to turn 11 years old.
And you're based there now, right? Is it LA?
Yeah, I'm in LA now. This is just where I'm living. Okay,
dope. So, was this move to America because of your musical interests? What were your career aspirations when you were young?
I mean, I was always into music. The only reason why I lived overseas is because my dad was military. So then I just ended up moving back to America when my parents were tired of that life and they wanted to just move back to America. So me moving to America had absolutely nothing to do with music. It was just my parents were in control. I was only 10 years old. But I mean, I've always been doing music. It's just always been something I've been doing even since I lived overseas. I was always into something musically. So I just kept on doing it, and then it just ended up being something I was great at, and I just continued it, and now I'm just going for the gold.
For sure, man. I see you doing that. But would we say that that 2013 was when you first kind of put out your first body of work?
Nah, it's been before that. It's been I think I put my biggest project that I put out was my first real one. I want to say was 2012. Between 2012 and 2013, I put out this thing. I don't want to say it, but it's the F word. But instead of spelling the F word, I use PH instead for my crew for Prehistoric. And then after that, I dropped Ghost in the Shell, which did, I think, 2013. And yeah, that was a really big project for me.
Yeah, I really do like that project. You're talking about Ghost in the Shell, right?
Yeah.
Nice. Before we even move on to talking about Ghost in the Shell, so I'm kind of I'm having to start, or date back, shall I say, because we've probably got a lot of listeners that are new to your name and stuff. So, I like kind of moving backwards and kind of giving them a background. So you mentioned their Prehistoric crew, and I've seen something to do with Brain Feeder Records. What is that? What is that whole thing?
I have absolutely nothing to do with Brain Feeder Records now. I was signed to them for a while, but we just went our separate ways. I just realized the potential I have is just it's that wasn't enough for me. It was a great platform for me at the time, but I want more. I want everything, and they're not to say that they don't, but we just have two different views, and it's not it's a negative thing. It's just I just want way more, and Brain Feeder wasn't the place for me to do it. I just feel as what I'm doing right now, I am the captain of the ship. So my lifestyle, my crew, Prehistoric is more important to invest in than to invest in another name that someone else created. I just want to invest in myself now.
I completely hear that and I respect that. That's the way, as you said, you're going for gold, and if the people around you aren't going for gold too, then you can't really move at the same pace.
Yeah, it's difficult when you know that you have so much potential and you're not using it. You know, it's not about being humble or not. It's just like, all right, cool. If we can make $1 million, let's make $1 million. And if we can change the world at the same time, making $1 million, then why are we doing it? Like, and if there's no reason for why we're not doing that, then it's difficult for me to be a part of that.
No, I totally feel you, man, for sure. And so you've got this. You said you were the captain of your own ship. So who else is on this prehistoric cruise ship?
Well, I like more so prehistoric cruise than all about musicians. I try to make it more of a lifestyle. You know, it's a lifestyle that I want people to be wary about. Like, you know, it's just like, forget everything else. I'm gonna invest in myself. Like, I'm gonna prevail no matter what. So that's like the lifestyle. As far as like musicians, I've got my boy Kimani. He's from New Zealand. And then I got my boy Mills. They're both producers, like really dope producers that have been with me for like a long, Mills for like at least 6-7 years. And I know Kimani for 3-4 years now. And, you know, we just have this crazy chemistry. And, you know, we just rep the lifestyle and the brand. It's not really a label. I don't want it to feel like a label. It secretly is, but it's not, you know, at the same time. So
it's just
everyone
a
does
family
their own
kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like a family, you know, like a nice family, nice collective type thing. The whole lifestyle that goes with it. I don't want people to feel pressured. I don't want to make my bed either or take on too much to handle trying to run a label when I'm not in the position that I want to be in myself.
No, for sure. I get it. So when you say, a lifestyle brand, have you thought about merchandise and stuff like that? Is that something you've got going or coming up?
Yeah, definitely. We're making clothing now. That's the one thing I do try to stay away is like people like rappers and musicians have merch, and what I'm trying to do is just create a whole entire brand without, you know, like overusing the fact that I'm a great musician. Like, I don't want that to be why people buy the clothes. Like, that's what I don't want people to do. Like, I want people to just like enjoy the clothes and want to be a part of like the movement. Like, I want people to end up buying the clothes and not even know that it's connected to a musician. You know, I want the clothes to actually be tight. And then later, someone will be like, "Oh, dude, you know AZIZI Gibson? Oh, what's that? Oh, he created this brand. What? Oh, I didn't know. Nice. It's just called Prehistoric. It's not his. You know what I'm saying? I want to just be behind the scenes and let the words and the material work itself."
Nice. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing that stuff and seeing how it grows because I just like the name Prehistoric as well. It's very catchy to the ear.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm really glad that you actually mentioned your producers, Mills and Kimani, because as you said, they have been with you along the road because Mills actually was one of the main producers on that Ghost in the Shell mixtape, right?
Yeah, so that was actually, he goes by Mills Douglas now. Back then he went by Mills because like a lot of producers are trying to just use, like, it seems like Mills is a part of the name, so he's going by Mills Douglas now, so we gotta throw that in there. But like, nah, Mills is like my dude. It's funny, we've been working together for so long and we've never met face to face, but we talk all the time. He's a good dude, and I think like this year is really gonna shine now that we have the platform and a lot more eyes on us and a lot more followers. I think the stuff that me and Mills have previously done, like Ghost in the Shell and stuff even before that, I think all that is going to shine now because we have a bigger platform and people and like the stuff that we do won't go unnoticed. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited for him too.
You said you've never met before.
Nah, it's crazy. We even lived in the same state for a long time. So I've seen Kimani like many times, and you know, he's even moving in. Like, he's actually moving in with me this month, so we could just work and just create like a whole plethora of music, like just get the whole library going. But I've seen Kimani many times. I've gone to New Zealand back and forth, same him coming to LA just to like kick it and make music.
I love that. That's so dope. Yeah, that's gonna be the vibe, man. Just living together, you know. That's how the best projects are made, when you're actually sharing like a long amount of time together, you know?
No, yeah, you definitely like create something totally different. You tap into a whole different world when you're making music with someone who's right next to you or in the same room right across from you.
For sure, exactly. So I want to talk about how you feel about the transition in your sound, because I feel like in every project you've put out, you've kind of given us a different angle to you, and yeah, just in general, your inspirations. Like I could hear something different every time. So like in Backward Books, I could already see that you moved from the more soulful beats and you started implementing like the trap stuff. How do you decide what sound you're gonna go with for a project?
I mean, really, it's usually what I'm feeling. I'm just not afraid of anything. You know, like one thing I will say, like making music is like my thing, man. Like people can cook, some people can draw, some people can hold their breath for 5 minutes somehow. Some people are just really good at stuff. Like some people just know how to start a business without even reading a book or going to school. Like making music is simple and easy to me. Like it's the easiest thing in my day. It's the easiest thing in my life. It's not difficult for me to write. Any song that I've written has just came from the heart or my mind. It's not like I don't need to go do this, that, and the third to create. I just straightforward, it's just already in me. It's like literally a cheat. Like if I don't take days to write music, I take like an hour, 30 minutes to write a song that might literally change someone's life or the way they're thinking for that moment or that entire month or how they go through with this friendship or relationship. Like I realized like I have like the power to move that. But with the sounds and the beats, like now I just think it's just funny how much I can do, like on a little bit of like the cocky tip. That's why I'm just like spoon feeding my fans like this style, now this style, and then I'll do like a compilation of like everything like with a mixture, you know, like but it blends in really well. But then when you play the whole album back, like Prehistoric Till Death, you've got music that sounds from Linkin Park to some gangster rap all the way to some Sade sounding type vibes. Like I make sure that we just got to put it all in there. So I don't know. I mean, it doesn't take much for me to decide. I just know that as long as it's unique and I don't think I've capitalized on it. And as long as everyone in the everyone in the room plays, then I know there's potential, because like, any vocal musician, like their best friend is the beat, you know, like you can make a song to any beat, you feel me? And the beat could be cool and the beat could be tight to you and it could speak to you and it might give off this emotion, but all that like doesn't matter when you're trying to like, what I'm trying to do now is just larger. Like I'm trying to like literally start a legacy, like literally start a foundation, literally start an empire and a whole new genre and a whole new way to build music. And I feel like, you know, it's slowly taking time, but this year, like people will see when I do switch over fully to like the trap and the really hardcore beats, because like my goal this year is to just be like, oh yeah, you like that? Like this is what you're listening to, this is what you want to party to. I'm just going to make music on that level, if not more creative, but basically I'm just going to steal everyone's like not their style, but I'm just like, oh, this is what you want dope stuff to this, you want stuff to dance to. I'm just going to steal that whole vibe and just like murder it 10 times more. And then just really, like, I feel like people will be open to what I'm doing. Like they'll see like, man, he did the trap so well. And we love all these artists from like Future, Doug, and shout out to them because I love them a lot. But like, it's just like now I need to gain that fan base by showing that I'm not afraid to just like, yeah, I got the Kimani beats that are really spiritual, but you can also see me on like a beat that's really hard slapping that your whole body is moving to. So I don't know, it just happens. Like I just go with the flow.
Yeah, you've definitely proved your versatility, and in a comfortable way, you know. I don't feel like, you know, you're in a zone that you're not meant to be in. You're pushing yourself, but you're not forcing it, you know.
Yeah, you can't rush it because the music game is changing drastically. You know, there's not a specific way to become a legend. You know, that yeah. Jay-Z became a legend because Jay-Z went the Jay-Z path and became a legend. You know, Kanye West is the legend because he went the Kanye West path and became a legend. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jay-Z wasn't producing, and he's like a super big legend. Kanye started producing, become rapper, and he's a super legend. And you know what I'm saying? Just as big, but it's like, it's two different things. Kendrick Lamar, legend. You know what I'm saying? Like, Drake, legend. Like, these are the only people that I even acknowledge. Like, anything below, I just, like, I don't, it's all a fad. It's all a fad to me. Like, when people just like that turn up music for a moment because the person's, like, using less diction because he's trying to sound cool, it's, like, not as real as when Thug actually is born and raised, like, talking like that.
I agree.
And makes music.
I
and
agree.
That's actually him. And that's why I really like Future or Thug. When I like more artists, but, like, those are just the biggest, easy, everyone to, like, relate to. But it's, like, the reason why I like them is because they're not something they're not. Like, outside of the music, when they talk, it's like, whoa, speak up louder or repeat that. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's not like, oh, hey guys, I was just in the studio. I'm out. You know, it's like, it's like, gee, it's like a whole language you just don't understand.
I know.
You know, and they just put it to a beat, and which is what I love, because it's like them. You know, it's like not something else. It's them. You know, and I feel like a lot of kids now, a lot of people are just like, it's all a fad. Like, what I'm trying to not be is a fad. That's why I don't just jump on it. Like, yeah, I know I can make this music. I can make a song like this, but I'm going to just wait till it's my time to do that, because I don't want to be someone who's just jumping on some crap, trying to make some money, or just, I don't know. The game is delicate. The music game is changing, and everyone has their own path. You just truly have to be patient and follow it.
No doubt. And, you know, the situation you're in now with 36Brickhouse, or 36Brickhouse, how'd you say it?
Yeah, 36.
36, yeah. Are they, you know, how did you guys come together, and how did your minds meet and, you know, be in this situation where, you know where you're going with your music and your career?
Well, the good thing about 36Brickhouse is, like, they don't, you know, like, I'm on some, like, I'll never ever do anything with anybody who directs my music, period.
Right.
Like, if you have something to say, like, say it. That's totally fine. But it's like, no one will ever say, we're not going to put this out because I don't like it. That's no one else's decision but mine. So I'll never ever put myself in a decision in a room where someone's like, I like what you're talking about, but no, like, that's never going to happen. It's going to be, if I want to drop it, I'll drop it.
It's going to happen.
That's what my fans love about, like, me. Like, that's why they get, like, consistent music, because I just, like, do me. I'm in control. I know, like, how to keep the fans happy. Like, but you know, 36Brickhouse, you know, they help with a lot of things. You know, just getting the music out there, just making sure, like, the team, like, there's people who have my back. And, you know, we haven't even, like, gotten down the line, but, you know, they're even going to become more helpful, you know, as I continue to grow and get bigger. You know what I'm saying? So it's really chill and laid back. You know, like, they're like behind the scenes chilling. Like, you know, they're really just chilling. Like, no one needs to do much for the Prehistoric AZIZI organization, because it's already doing itself. Like, it's just like, I don't feel many people are doing what I'm doing. I don't feel like as many people have consistent songs that are good as I do, personally.
Yeah.
And, like, I feel like that is, like, what keeps my head above ground, and it grows. And what we do is, instead of just forcing it down people's throats, we just want people to organically pick it up. So that's what me and, you know, 36, they just make sure I'm good. You know, if I ever get in trouble, you know, that's who I'm going to be calling. It's like, I get into a dispute, that's who I'm going to be calling. Oh, we got a sample that we need clearing on. Then make sure that we're going to be able to release that banger without anybody getting sued and stuff like that. So, like, they're a heavy part of the team. But, you know, everyone, it's like no one has to consistently work, because things are actually working itself.
No, it is. Yeah, I could see it is already, which is why my next question was, at what point did you even come under their radar and, you know, work out a situation together? How did it all come together?
Well, we've been working for like a year now.
So you dropped the album on 36Brickhouse, the label, or is it more of a management?
Yeah. Well, it's not a label, like, you know, it's no label. It's really, what they do is they manage.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? People think I'm someone's art. People think I'm like Waka's artist. Like Waka just is like believes in me. Like he's my brother. Like I'm a part of this. He's invested in the management company, so I believe it's also like partly his. You know what I'm saying? Like there's so many things that I don't even discuss because we're all such a family, and like things have been so smoothly and things have been so great. But you know, like I'm no one's artist. You know, like I said, the only thing I promote is prehistoric and good people. If we're friends and we're in the game and we're a team, then I got you. I'll push you. But like as far as me being something that someone else will profit off of, that's just not me. I don't want to be anybody's toy anymore.
I get you, man. I like that.
Especially a toy that someone doesn't play with, and that's what record labels do. They purchase a bunch of toys. And then they put it in a room with a rich kid, but they keep buying them toys every day. So the old toys don't get any function. They don't get any playtime. Right. They get that, okay, cool. They had that playtime for a little bit, boom, boom. And then after that, they get thrown under the bed, and then they got to figure it out.
Yep, it's true. It's true. That's exactly how it rolls, man.
Yeah, it's crazy now. Game is like, this last 2014... Yeah, you know what? Trinidad James was the year that the game introduced the 1 year wonder.
Right.
Like, and not even the one hit wonder. I mean, actually, he falls into both because he only had one hit. But like, he's just like they introduced that. Like that was allowed. You know, like people can just get popping for a year. You know, it's like, it's no disrespect. I don't care, but it's like no disrespect. I'm just being analytical about the entire situation. I don't know Trinidad James, nor do I care to know him, nor do I have an issue with him. He's probably a great guy.
Yeah.
But it's just like, I look at the game every year, everything that happens, it goes on my data sheet, you know? So I got data on everybody, on how people get popping, or what was everyone smoking on this year to be into this music, or what was people like doing, or what was, like, so I'm not trying to be that one. Yeah, I don't want to be that 1 year person, like a lot of people, like, I don't want to name any more names because I really don't like naming names. Sorry, Trinidad James, if you ever hear this, but like any like I can name a bunch of artists that were so popping last year that are just not. Dude, like,
of course,
look at like, it's just like, it's such a tragedy, like, to be a part of it, like I'm scared. Like look at I Love McConan. Like he's still cool, but like I don't think anyone cares anymore. Like after Tuesday, it goes up on a Tuesday. Like what is he doing?
It is scary. Like, you're right.
What?
Like
he doesn't have like what I'm trying to build. He doesn't have people that love him. You know what I'm saying? He has people that like him, that were in shock, that were dope. He got the Drake treatment. He got this. He got a few remixes. It's like I'm over here like really trying to tap into people's hearts so that when my fam 2 years, it's a solid fan base that loves me, that wants to make sure that my future family is safe. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been spreading that good crap, like that good stuff that they want, that positivity, that lifestyle, that not just trying to like shove this cool stuff down everybody's throat. I'm not, it's just like, and like I said, I'm just a real person. I will say what I need to say. It's no beef. It's nothing. It's just like, I think those are two great examples of like, man, it was so hype when those songs came out that those two artists dropped. And then now I feel like, like they're trying to get back to where they were when those songs came out.
I know, man. It's a very, when it's not 100% organic and, you're thrown into the ocean when you come, you don't even know how to swim in a pond yet, like when you're thrown in you're thrown in the ocean and you've given someone else the leverage to move your career. And then once they lose their interest in you, you're just left with nobody to kind of, keep that momentum going.
I know, and it really is scary. Like the internet it's different. Like the internet will blow you up. Like the internet only wants to. Right now, bloggers are only interested in trap people who slur their voices, who do a specific little dance, who either take pictures or they post videos that look like VHS from the 90s. Like this, every blog is corny right now. Every blog is just like, all right, this is all we want to post, and it's just like, man, I'm patient. I'm waiting because like the world is gonna wake up one day. Like the world is gonna be bored. Like they're gonna be like, all right, what are we doing right now? Like what are we? Why am I listening to this song? Like this song is cool, it's nice, but man, there's really no substance inside this. Like the blogs only post like moguls, which they should, but then they be posting like, oh, dude, I don't even know I just saw Complex premiere something yesterday that was just like, all right, this is whack. Like this isn't. I could tell that not a lot of greatness. I'm doing my best to cuss here. Not to cuss. Not a lot of great time and just thought went into this. You know, like it's almost like a lot of these people I see just are like, oh, I want to rap today. The homie makes beats. Who's actually good at being as a producer. I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna like rap, and then they become. It's almost like the Eazy-E treatment. You know what I'm saying? Like, you saw Straight Outta Compton?
Of course,
where Eazy-E became a rapper on accident. Like, but that was like the beginning of rap.
Right, I see what you're saying.
Oh yeah, so it's different. So it's okay, you know, like when you're just in there creating something that's like, oh my God, I didn't know we could do this. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, you know what, you did know, you knew, you grew up on the greats now. You grew up listening to Jay-Z, Nas. You grew up listening to, you know, NWA. You grew up listening to Eminem. You grew up listening to Outkast. Now it's like you can't just decide to rap when you're 21.
I know. It's definitely like, calculated.
Coming from where. Yeah, and it's frustrating for me because, like, I'm an OG artist at heart, you know? Like, I just been wanting to be a musician since even I could, you know, before I even remember, before I came into intuition, like, before I was, like, 6 years old, there's videos of me rapping. So it sucks, like, that the game is, it's, like, it's weird. It's, like, frustrating. Like, I got to deal with, like, a bunch of people who are only going to be popping for a year. Like, a year, you know, get all this dope stuff, and then it's like, man, here I am, starting building stuff from the ground up. It's just crazy. It's just crazy how everything has changed.
I know, man, but you know it is frustrating. But you know, you're on your way there anyway. You wouldn't be here. You wouldn't have come under my radar. You know.
No, yeah, I'm thankful for every step I take is forward, which is like something I'm extremely thankful for, and that's what keeps me going. I've never done anything that's, you know, put me a few steps back, made anyone look at me weird. So, like, you know, that's what I'm counting on is the strategy.
Exactly. And speaking of that message, and also speaking of the internet, DJ Khaled.
Oh, yeah.
How did this come about? But for the listeners that have no idea what we're talking about, your latest drop is a song called DJ Khaled, and I love the artwork. I think it's pretty cool as well.
Thank you, man. Shout out to the guy that did it.
Oh, okay. Did you find him on the internet?
Yeah. My manager, one of my managers found him and made it happen. He's a really good dude. I don't want to tell anybody who he is because I want to keep him for myself right now.
Too right. Exactly.
You know? So I'm realizing that, man, like, people love biting. Everyone loves biting, especially larger artists feed off the ones that, like, are innovative and very creative on the underground level. I see it all the time.
Yep, I do too. Trust me, I see it all the time. But talk to me. The song
just came. It just came. It was just funny. Like, I heard the beat. I was already following the whole funny, like, Cali wave. Like, it's funny but also cool at the same time. Like, because it's like it's kind of positive, you know. Like, when he's on tour, it's a little hectic to view Snapchat. But when he's at home chilling, talking about plants and relaxing and stuff, DJ Khaled, he's like really a positive person. Like, he could really help you, you know, watching the snap. And then I was just hearing this beat that Mills sent me, and then I was just like, the first thing that came out of my mouth was just like, they don't want you happy, man. It's DJ Khaled. And I laughed, and I was like, man, I'm about to just make a whole song about Khaled since it's like the wave right now.
It makes sense.
And the next thing you know, I just went ahead and just capitalized on it. I was like, yo, I'm about to make the whole song now, make it super banging. People want to laugh at the song, but then they're like, wait, this is kind of tight. I'm dancing.
It's hard, yeah.
It came together real well at a great time. I'm so happy I got it out. And I made it like 14 days ago.
Bless you.
Thank you, I know. My bad.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, it came out real well.
So
it's like
Go
the
on.
biggest song I've ever had so far. As far as like a milestone, it already hit like 100,000 views in like a day, which was like really big for me.
Okay, so right now it's only available to stream on SoundCloud.
Yeah, people have uploaded it to YouTube, but the official whereabouts to stream it is my SoundCloud.
Yeah, man, I suggest all the listeners to follow you on SoundCloud, AZIZI GIBSON. There's a hell of a lot of tracks on there, a lot of projects for you to get through, so dedicate a night to listen to you.
Yeah, it's a big treat. If you haven't heard of me yet and you go to the SoundCloud and you like enjoy it, it's going to be a big treat because there's just so much music for you to go through that hasn't even been out for like 6 months. Like I dropped the album, I dropped the EP, and then I'm going to probably drop a mixtape pretty soon, all within 6 months, you know. So like there's plenty of music up there. And there's still older music too.
Yeah, for real. So you said you've got a mixtape coming up.
Yeah, I think what I want to do is just like make a mixtape that's free, and it's just gonna be filled with bangers, filled with album quality bangers, and just great music. And I'm gonna treat it like an album, but I'm gonna make it free just to slap the game in the face, you know, like not try to make a crazy stunt. Like I just want people to know, like, yeah, we're really working hard over here. We just want people to just enjoy the world that we're going to create. Like the Prehistoric also is a brand, it's a lifestyle. But the biggest thing that I'm also want to do is make it a network, like a huge network of just like everything from games, cartoons, art. Like we're gonna make it, well, not really art, but like we just do artwork for everything. So it's just going to be top-notch A1 artwork, you know, even if we're dropping a single, like like we're going to put as much as we put into the Khaled single to every song we do. You know, we did like the videos, we did the art. It's just like everything is up to par, and we want to make sure we like have the quality like that across the boards. But we're gonna build a crazy network that I'm excited about.
Oh, I'm feeling that idea, man. Definitely. Well, all I can say is keep at it, and I can't wait to see the growth even more so.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for hopping on the Sarah Harrison Show. AZIZI GIBSON, follow him on everything. It's AZIZI GIBSON everywhere, right?
Yeah, just my name and my last name. Easy as heck to find.
Nice one, man. And hopefully we can catch up again soon, man, when you're on another level. Don't forget about us.
I know. No, I won't. Yeah, when you see me going to London, make sure you reach out. So
no
y'all
doubt.
at the show.
100%.